Have you ever had one of those moments where you do something so wild, so completely out of character, that it changes everything? That was me, Nate Harper, the day I sent my jet ski soaring over a hedge and straight into Karen Whitaker's pristine backyard pool, right in the middle of her fancy HOA shindig. The splash was glorious, water everywhere, inflatable flamingos flying. Karen's scream cutting through the chaos like a banshee with a megaphone. But let me back up, because this story, man, it's a ride. I'm just a regular guy, a web developer who was done with the city grind, too many deadlines, too much noise. When my Aunt Clara left me her lakeside cabin on Willow Lake, up in Michigan, it felt like a lifeline. Picture this: a cozy house with a killer view, a creaky dock, and enough space to finally dust off my jet ski, my one escape from the world. I moved in last summer, ready for quiet mornings, maybe some fishing with my pops, Ray, who just retired from teaching shop class. He's the kind of guy who can fix anything with duct tape and a bad joke. I was 34, burned out, and craving simple. Willow Lake was supposed to be my reset button. The first week was perfect. Pops and I fixed up the deck, I got the Wi-Fi humming, and I met my neighbor, Tom Delaney, a retired firefighter who grills burgers every Sunday and laughs like he's auditioning for Santa. Everything felt right until Karen Whitaker showed up. It was a sunny Saturday, and I was hauling my jet ski down to the dock, music playing low, cooler packed, feeling like a kid on summer break. Then I heard Ida voice like a car alarm stuck on high. That thing is a violation of HOA Code 12, Section 4C. I turned, and there she was, 60-something, decked out in a lime green visor, clutching a clipboard like it was the Declaration of Independence. Karen Whitaker, HOA president, self-appointed queen of Willow Lake Estates. She didn't even say hi, just launched into a tirade about my jet ski being a menace to tranquility. I tried to explain Aunt Clara's deed predates the HOA, the Lake State property, not their turf, but she wasn't hearing it. This isn't a racetrack, Nathan, she snapped, like I'd been doing donuts in her driveway. Meanwhile, some kid down the street was blasting trap music, and a guy was power washing his deck loud enough to wake a coma patient. But my jet ski? Public enemy number one. I kept my cool, offered to show her the paperwork, but she stormed off, promising a fine. Sure enough, the next day, a neon yellow envelope was taped to my mailbox. $150 for unauthorized watercraft, and a demand to ditch the jet ski in 7 days. Pops read it, chuckled, and got that glint in his eye, the one he had when he taught me to rig a potato cannon in high school. "We playing nice? Are we going full chaos?" he asked. I grinned. Chaos it was. I started digging. A quick scroll through the HOA's Facebook page showed Karen's reign wasn't new. She'd find a guy for planting daisies too garish. She banned wind chimes after claiming they disrupted migratory birds. No birds were harmed, by the way. The woman was a dictator in yoga pants, and people were fed up but too scared to push back. I decided to poke the bear. Every morning, I'd ride my jet ski legally, quietly, just off my dock, waving at neighbors while Karen lurked behind bushes, filming me like I was a fugitive. One day, she marched onto my dock, yelling about aquatic anarchy, slipped on a wet spot, and splashed into the lake. I tossed her a towel. She called the cops. Sheriff Daniels showed up, read my deed, laughed, and told her to go home. That only made her madder. The fines kept coming, $200, then $300, each one more unhinged than the last. Karen started patrols in a golf cart, blaring warnings about rogue watercraft. She even blocked my driveway once until I towed her cart with my truck. That video went viral on the neighborhood app. But when I heard she was throwing a big HOA bash at her place, catered, open bar, paid for with our dues, something snapped. This wasn't just about my jet ski anymore. It was about her treating the neighborhood like her personal kingdom. I wanted her to feel what it was like to have your peace wrecked. So, I hatched a plan, Operation Sky Ski. I called in the cavalry. Pops was on board, sketching ramp designs like we were building a moon rocket. My buddy Jen, a real estate lawyer, confirmed Karen had no legal ground. Her HOA rules didn't touch the lake. Then there were the neighborhood kids, 14s, who'd built a drone that could deliver Slurpees. I promised them pizza and glory, and they were in, rigging cameras and coding a launch app. We built the ramp in my garage, using an old boat trailer, some scrap metal, and a hydraulic lift Pops scavenged from a junkyard. The plan? Launch my jet ski engine off, silent as a ghost, over Karen's hedge and into her pool, mid-party, with drones filming every second. It was insane, but it felt right. We tested it at dawn, using a plywood dummy weighted with sandbags. The thing flew 20 feet, landed clean in the lake, and the kids lost it, high-fiving like we'd won the Super Bowl. Pops did a little jig. We fine-tuned the angle, added a remote trigger, and even coded a countdown with dramatic music. But Karen's spies were onto us. One night, my trail cams caught two figures messing with the ramp, nothing broken, but it spooked us. We moved the setup under a tarp, worked faster, quieter. The whole time, Karen was prepping her party like she was hosting the Oscar caterers, string quartet, the works. She had no idea what was coming. The day arrived, a perfect July afternoon, sun blazing, lake sparkling. Karen's backyard was packed HOA cronies, fake laughing neighbors, all sipping mojitos on our dime. She was mid-speech, droning about community pride, when I hit the button. The ramp hissed, the hydraulics roared, and my jet ski shot into the sky like it was born for this. It arced over her hedge, glinting in the sun, and boom crashed into her pool with a splash that soaked every guest. Karen's scream could have shattered glass. Flamingos flew, drinks spilled, and someone's to pay floated like a sad jellyfish. The drones caught it all her face, pure shock, as her empire drowned in chlorine. I watched from my deck, Pops handing me a soda, both of us grinning like idiots. "That's a 10, he said. The fallout was epic. Karen filed complaints, claiming I'd traumatized her. But the drone footage showed her party was HOA funded, against her own rules. Neighbors started asking questions: why were we paying for her margaritas? The board held an emergency meeting, and thanks to Tom Delaney dropping a folder of Karen's shady fines, they suspended her. An audit kicked off, and Karen's golf cart goons flipped, spilling dirt on her favoritism. She tried to rally, passing out flyers calling me a lake terrorist, but the sheriff shut her down with a citation for public disturbance. That clip hit the neighborhood app too, titled Karen's Last Stand. She moved a month later to some gated community in Nevada, probably terrorizing their book club by now. Her house sold quickly, listed as a serene lakeside gem. Sure, the neighborhood changed overnight. People started talking, sharing beers at Tom's cookouts, teaching kids to fish. We rewrote the HOA bylaws: term limits, open budgets, no more flowerbed police. The kids even put up a plaque by Karen's old pool. Splash heard round the lake. I didn't run for HOA president when they asked. Me, stuck in meetings? Nah, I'm good on my dock, jet ski ready, lake wide open. Looking back, it wasn't just about the splash. It was about taking back something we'd all lost: our voice, our freedom to just live. Karen thought she owned us, but one crazy stunt showed her she didn't. Still, I wonder, was I the hero, or just the guy who threw a tantrum with a jet ski? Maybe both. What do you think? Ever had to push back against someone like Karen? Drop a comment, tell me your story. And if you like this, hit that share button. Let's see how far this splash can go.